Very frustrated right now, you guys. I would say that the top two things that frustrate me on the stream is dropping frames and losing chip leads. I'm not sure which is more tilting, which is more frustrating. I tried to mute that. I don't know if that was muted or not. AOL1, how you doing, man? Sporting the Lex Luthor look, he says.
You try to mute what? What you just said?
I tried to mute the sneeze.
Oh.
I think we picked up on the sneeze.
Oh, it's okay. The sneeze was beautiful. When I come home.
Cloud Orchestra. Christian ain't got time for this shit. That's pretty awesome. Every time we talk about Christian Slater in the stream, we drop frames. We'll see if it happens now. The King 4, we get through 2 out of 32, you guys. I'm feeling pretty good about this tournament now. Who's ahead of us? Pickle 777's ahead of us. We've got a couple of friends of the stream chilling out in this tournament with us. We got Paul DeWald and Skelly Factor. So far, it looks like 11 people. Is that right?
Where's my phone?
10 people so far, deciding not to take that add-on opportunity. So a full quarter of the field just sprinkling equity all over the rest of us. Thank you for the gift, guys. Jimmy H being one of them, Thug Henry, Johnson 48. How can you start this tournament without being ready to go the distance and take that $8,000 double super add-on? The super duper add-on that happens in 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how like, I don't know why guys think that it's a good idea not to take it. You gotta take it the whole way. You gotta take it the whole way. You gotta go the distance.
Go for speed.
If you're not ready to go the distance, then what you need to do is you need a late reg. You need to wait until the last 3 minutes of the tournament, buy in for the $50, and then just take the $50 add-on right there. Start with 12,000 chips. Well, that's okay. Start with 12,000 chips when the blind levels are 142.80. It's much better doing that than putting yourself in a position where you're going to play for an hour and decide not to rebuy and not to add on.
Bum, bum, bum.
So Bobby Big Buy-In is one of the guys that I'm skipping Run It Up for. He's coming out for that Money 2020 conference that I mentioned, and I've been getting my I've been getting my JavaScript and my Ruby skills and Angular skills, and working through the Codecademy tracks. I worked up a project that actually works, you guys. I'm not quite ready to release it into the wild yet, just because it still looks a little crappy, and there's a few bugs I want to debug, but I'm kind of proud of it. It's always pretty cool when you make something that works. Don't you think, Michelle?
I'm playing my free roll.
Michelle doesn't like it. Michelle,
no, I like it all right. I think you've been
time.
spending a lot of time on it. Sure.
She thinks, why are you learning to code? It's a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time, Dutch. You're
Like,
putting
baby,
words into my mouth.
In the future,
Oh, gosh. I'm playing my free roll.
you will be automated or you will be automating.
Listen, I'm playing my free roll.
We want to be the automators, not the automated.
Yeah, no, it's fine, Dutch, but I want you to start writing your book.
Yeah. I do need to do that, you guys. I've made
And
a
getting
lot
the
of
home
promises.
and getting the home game started.
I might have to do another Kickstarter just to motivate me so that I can't not do it.
No, you should do it because you said you were going to do it.
I should. I need to write Poker Tells. Why am I not writing Poker Tells?
Because you're coding.
That's right. Because I'm coding and watching movies.
That's right. Watching silly movies.
I mean, it's. But anyway, the whole reason I brought that up. Bobby Big Bion's coming out. We got Lauren Koss coming out. If any of you guys do a little bit of coding and feel like being part of our Money 20 team, shoot me an email.
Do we know what you're coding?
Account.
Do you know what you want to code yet?
Not yet.
I'm going to brainwash ideas. I mean, brainwash. I'm brainstorm.
We're going to go through, look at all the APIs that they want us to use, and try to come up with something new and novel that uses a couple of the APIs in order to. We'll probably code for the prize this time instead of code for like a pet project.
Yeah, you should code to
Prizes
win.
Are good.
For sure.
It's a free trip to Vegas. You know, everything is comped as long as you can, as long as you demo a project, which we'll do. So they.
I'll think of a good one for you guys.
It doesn't cost anything. There's like $20,000 or $30,000 in prizes. It's a good way to get together with a couple of like-minded guys and actually build something cool. So if you are interested, let me know. Hit me up on here on Twitch or shoot me a line at dutch@dutchboy.com. Make sure to send a link to your GitHub account. If you don't have a GitHub account, then it's probably not going to be a good fit. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. I've had a lot of people in the past say, hey, listen, I would like to do some coding work with you. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me take a look at some of your stuff. What's your GitHub account? Oh, I don't use GitHub. I use Bitbucket.
What is that? Is Bitbucket the same thing?
You need to have a GitHub account. If you're a developer, you need to have a GitHub account. GitHub is where all the open source projects are. It's where all the the open source libraries are. It is the online repository. It's like it's like if someone is trying to be like, oh well, I'm a social media expert, and you're like, oh really cool. Why don't you go ahead and add me on Facebook? And you're like, oh I don't have a Facebook. It's kind of like that. So the Ace Queen offsuit, we decided to play it a little bit on the passive side, and maybe missed an opportunity to just take this pre-flop. And guys, we're on break. We're going to get that add-on. And when we come back, we are going to be in one of the top 5 spots. It's going to be awesome. I feel a final table coming on in the weekend warm-up, the 3rd biggest tournament of the week on wsop.com. We've got a couple of other tournaments going on in the background as our safety schools, basically. These are our safety schools. We've got a couple safety tournaments where if we don't get into the final table of the warm-up, if we don't get into the final table that we want, we've got a couple others that we've applied to that will just take anybody. So we've got the $30 re-entry. That's going to be kind of like our Duke. The $10 deep stack rebuy and add-on. That's going to be like our Phoenix University right there. Guys, we are going to be right back in 4 minutes, something like that. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Lots of great poker action left to come. Really appreciate all of you guys being here. You guys are the absolute stone cold nuts. Make sure to go ahead and click on that little heart button, the follow button if you're not already following the stream. And also, God, we're still dropping frames. So tilting. 480 dropped frames out of 16,000 encoded. So we're
well, since it's break, I think you should try to restart the thing, maybe.
Just restart XSplit?
Yeah. Just see if there's an update. You have 4 minutes.
Okay. No, there is no update.
Well, I don't know to tell you.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna try to since it's break, we're gonna try to restart it. We'll wait for it to. I mean, it's not really dropping that much. 480 though. It's just gonna be a problem all night. We're gonna let's just restart it right now.
Yeah, just restart it right now. Okay, are you telling everyone?
Okay, we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. We didn't drop any frames in the last 5-6 minutes, so we're going to keep it here, keep it going. We're going to rely on Twitch to get their act together on their ingest server side, because I don't think it's me. Could be Cox. I do feel like we have more issues with dropped frames than most other streams, but you know, it's been pretty good for a week and a half. So hopefully it's just some sort of weird exception to the rule of stable streaming. That's the rule here. Stable streaming.
Streaming stables. Why are you making fun of me? I'm a robot.
Oh, man.
I am a robot. Why do you program me funny like?
Here you go.
Oh, damn. Everybody called me. I didn't even see somebody limp in.
You playing a little
God
free
damn
roll?
it.
Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
I missed the limper.
What happened?
Somebody limped, and I went to, like, I thought everybody folded
Did
to me.
you go all in?
No.
Or did you just raise?
Well, I just raised, but I raised.
But
I
raised not
could
enough.
raise the inappropriate amount.
Yep.
But everybody checks anyways.
So we got Sergeant Pepper making an under the gun raise. I think that we're gonna go ahead and make a call here and see if we can't flop
God,
some
everybody's
magic.
just calling.
What's the magic we're looking for? Trip fours, 2-pair, or some sort of weird flush draw. Pretty much. We'll take a 2-3-5. That would be some magic. That would be some magic. But we need to make sure that if we flop just like a naked ace here, we're not gonna really lose much. Samuel Adams saying, "No, sir, no, sir. You are not going to get a free flop or a cheap flop from me." Putting the screws to Sergeant Pepper, who under the gun makes it 700, decides to just fold now. To Samuel Adams. Uh-oh. God, that's irritating. Irritating. Now I'm looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1 to make the call here. Nice hand there, Samuel Adams. Nice bluff. Nice bluff. Raise it to 700 from under the gun with 140, 280, 25, and then folded. How much would we have raised there if we're in Samuel Adams' spot? I guess a pot size raise seems legit. So 700, 700, 700, 700, that's 2,800. Plus the his 700 is 3,500. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe on the high side, but pot size raise seems okay. If you're going to raise, what kind of hand do you need to raise there? I guess maybe an ace-queen would do it. Maybe an ace-king would definitely be there. Pocket 10s and up. Maybe pocket 9s or 8s and up. 7s, probably not. 6s, probably not. The smaller pocket pairs, I think he's just making a call with. So with ace 4 suited, we're looking at either being behind to a bigger pocket pair or behind to a bigger ace. Texas and Nevada just tried a late reg on the 50 rebuy and didn't get in.
Well, it's Mac froze.
That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal, Texas and Nevada. Sorry to hear it, man.
He was taking your advice about late regging, huh?
Is it better to have played and lost than never to have played before? Better to have played and lost than never to have played at all.
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah. It's an honor to.
So.
It's an honor to compete.
It was an honor just to compete.
That's
Gosh,
right.
I need to say that. I need to say it. Edric Flo subscribing 2 months in a row. Thank you so much, Edric Flo, for sticking with us. You were so awesome, man. Thank you very much, and really appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to check out that book we sent over, make sure to get it out of your get the link out of your Twitch message box. And Edric Flo, we've got some other really cool sub perks coming at you, including those fist bump patches. Should be in the next couple of weeks.
I hope they come soon. How long do you think it's going to be? A few weeks?
Well, they said like 12 days when I put the order in.
Okay.
But they also said, "Are you in some sort of hurry? Do we need to make it a rush order?"
You
And
were
I was
like,
like, "No, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not."
How
in a
many did you
hurry."
order?
2,000.
Oh, okay.
2,000 patches.
I was going to say 500 is probably not going to be enough.
2,000
I
patches.
told
I think
you.
that we're going to go ahead
we
and...
only ordered like 100 right last time. 500?
Yeah,
We ordered
1 or 200.
We didn't order a lot, and you were like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
That's right. I remember.
and so it's a different supplier. It's a different it's a different company, different level of product.
Is it really? So we don't even know what we're getting.
It's gonna be better.
Oh, damn. So
It's
my
gonna be
patches aren't going to be as cool as this patch? I better start gluing them
There's
on
a lot
stuff.
of price shopping, and then I went with the absolute best quality that was way overpriced. And I said, "Do you price match?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can price match." I was like, "Okay, then you got it."
Oh, well, that's
Like,
good.
if you can price match this, I'm not expecting you to price match the Alibaba or quote that I got, but I am expecting you to at least price match this company here in the States. And they were like, "Okay, we can do that.
Oh.
We will price match it."
That's good.
10-7 off in the small blind. I feel like we're just folding our way across the USA right here. Making the fold against Umius's under the gun raise. This might have been a good opportunity actually to take a flop.
Oh, Cowboys Full is moving to Vegas. Could be as early as next weekend.
Next weekend.
Cool. It's going to be really hot. It's been hot.
Rick, looking forward to seeing you here when you
Get
when
some
you get out
sunblock.
here, man.
Buy lots of sunblock.
So Garfield No just whispered to me. Let me go ahead and take a look at that.
Kim
We got Kim
Unger.
Umber. Kim Unger, 5 months in a row. Kim, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for being here with us. Really appreciate you being here, Kim.
Check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's really awesome of you. If there's anything I
Do you
can do
ever
for you, I
check,
want you to let me
Dutch?
know, Kim.
Do you ever check?
What do you mean check? I check all the time.
Do you? Oh.
Yeah.
Then why don't you ever say, check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It never occurred to me.
Oh.
Never occurred to me until just now.
Just wondering.
So, Garfield, let me take a look at, so Umius sitting there with the Pocket Kings, Pocket Nines for CC Birdman, and Skittle with the, wow. What a crazy run out that was.
Check,
Everyone
baby, check, baby,
hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Check, baby, 1, 2. Check, baby, 1.
Go for a 680 here. We kind of whiff it, but we'll go for a 680 again. We're still ahead if we both whiffed it, so give it a shot. Okay, let me take a look, Garfield. Shot me a message on my Twitters.
Twitterbuses.
And the question is, took down a $55 ticket for the nightly and cashed it. Man, I'm finally starting to see profit in my sessions. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes, I know what you mean. Let's make the call here with a king. Yeah, let's just make the call. I was thinking about maybe making a 3-bet against 777, Elky 777. And now I'm starting to panic that I'm going to start to play bad again. I'm really stoked, though. Oh, man. This is the beautiful thing about poker, Garfield, is that it's a skill game that you can improve at every single time you play. Every single time I play, I feel like I get better at this game. You need to, keep an open mind. Realize that you have a lot of room to, to improve and grow. Everybody does. I do. I talked about my own weaknesses as a player a little bit earlier. Dealing with things like tilt. Maybe pushing way too hard when I shouldn't after losing a beat. I definitely feel like I have meltdowns, but the nice thing about poker is that the more you play, the better you get. And you need to go ahead and be confident in knowing that you're working on your game and you're playing and you're improving every day. It's not a battle between you and everyone else; it's a battle with yourself. So don't try to compete. Against the Vegas Bells and the Skittles of the world, for for poker greatness, because there is no competition here. It's not a race. This is just you trying to play your best every time you play and improving it at something that you enjoy doing. So Garfield, sounds like you're doing well and playing well, and well done, my friend. I hope that you can keep it up, continue it.
If you want to
Bobby Big Buy-In saying, I was watching an episode of Cops you would have enjoyed the other day. Was that the one that I was in, Bobby? Was that the one that no, not really. Let's take a look.
The one that I was in, probably.
He says, in this episode, the cop's name was Duncan, and he was explaining how his mother named him after the star in her favorite television show at the time. Oh, snap. Was that a Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, Bobby Big Buy-In? Was her favorite show at the time? Might it have been Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod? Highlander? So we got Samuel Adams coming in with a raise. We've got the Stone Cold Nuts, the Nut hand, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to give it a little check raise action and hope that Samuel Adams has something awesome. That he can call us off with. If not, it's okay. We might have been better off just going for just firing out the turn too. But kind of felt like if he was floating, we'll go ahead and get some action from him there. Maybe we gave up some equity by not calling the turn and checking the river to induce a bluff. But sometimes Samuel Adam has a hand that he can call with there on the turn, and if he does, chances are he's going to stack off on the river. The only way that we're going to be able to get the whole stack there is by not checking and then calling the turn. So we either fire out a bet on the turn and hope that he raises us, in which case he stacks off on the river, or we fire out a check on the turn, hope that he bets, and then we can raise, representing a hand like ace queen or ace jack or ace king, and hope that he has, it's basically like a very optimistic dig for treasure play. Definitely not one of those, we see the power of position right there, because if we had position on Samuel Adam, I think that we're able to get a lot more money off of him. So, Queen 10 off suit, let's do it. Let's see a flop. I am Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. That had to be it, Bobby Big Buy-In. What other Duncans are there on television?
Duncan Hines.
My mom named me after her favorite television show at the time, about a Scottish Highlander.
Grateful Mouse says, I hope you don't mind. I wore your patch on my Run It Up shirt sleeve during the WSOP.
Grateful Mouse, man. I'm
West Palm
happy
Beach.
to hear that. I'm happy to hear it. I definitely. It makes me happy to know that you're repping the fist bump patch and repping the RIU gear. Yeah, I'm really happy to hear it, man. I hope that the West Palm Beach goes a little bit better than that Baltimore circuit event did. But really happy to have you here, Grateful Mouse. I would say that one of the highlights of the summer was meeting you. He hooked us up with some swag. It was very cool. Very cool. I'm not gonna say what company he works for.
It was awesome.
But it was pretty cool. 8-4 off, and we've got Vegas Bell coming in with a 4x. Deciding to go ahead and change it up, Vegas Bell. What does a 4x mean to you? What it means to me, what I think it means to you, is a hand like pocket 5s or 6s that you don't really want to see a lot of action from. That's what I think it means. Aladine, good to see you, man.
Aladine.
Great to see you. We got Ice Maker Twitch saying, I just finished reading your book. I enjoyed it. Thanks for sharing your life. Ice Maker, Thank you very much,
maybe he
man.
says it like this. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
So we don't really know how he said it, Dutch.
I think it was more like this. Dutch, I just finished reading your book. I enjoyed it. I think that's what it was. I think that's how he said it. Ice Maker Twitch, thanks for actually spending the time to give it a read. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, Poker Tilt, I talk about it all the time. I deal with it all the time on a daily basis. I wrote the book on Poker Tilt, and I still it still manages to defeat me. But today we're looking pretty good. 4 out of 38, you guys. 4 out of 38 is a pretty nice stack. Skittle 29 sitting here having done some pretty brutal damage to Yumi as his stack. Pocket Kings versus Skittles flopped. Was it a turn flush or a flopped flush? I can't remember. Man, that was it. No, it just flopped it. Queen high flush just flopped it. So, what do you guys think? Did we make a mistake by not check calling against Samuel Adams, or firing out a bet and hoping Samuel Adams decides to raise it? Maybe. Maybe this was a mistake. We're going to find out right here. We're going to see what you guys think. Edric Flow's like, what a flop. Iceman, Kiwis, 10 of Hearts. The thing has caught up. We dug for treasure. He folded. DNHTTTI says, hey Dutch, I major in computer science and I'm curious to know what language you think is a must. I mean... English.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That is pretty funny. It's funny because it's true.
No.
It's a good question. I mean, it really depends on what kind of job you want. I think, I think that the thing to really pursue right now would be like a Ruby on Rails, JavaScript, Angular. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't think that you can really go wrong though with learning some of the. Yeah, that's basically what I would say. Ruby on Rails, JavaScript, and Angular. Angular being the JavaScript library, AngularJS. JavaScript is pretty much the language of the internet. So when you're trying to make apps look good and feel good, I mean, you have to be comfortable slinging some JavaScript. I kind of feel like most most programs are going web based. So even like if you're trying to do like development for like a smartphone or a tablet, so right now Apple is using Swift, I think, for iPhone development. I think Android is still based on Java. I don't do a lot of iPhone or Android development, but even that I think is kind of heading towards away from the local app downloads and towards the the web-based applications. So I think that's true for pretty much everything. Software as a service is kind of in my opinion the future. I think that we're probably going to be at a point sometime in the future where we don't really have local machines anymore, where we don't have local downloads anymore, where instead we just connect to a cloud-based service and everything is kind of web-based. I could totally see that happening. I think to a certain extent, I mean, it's already happening. But I guess if you want to get behind, like my brother, Bobby Big Bayan, he's been doing a lot of Oculus Rift development. I mean, that's certainly not going to be like JavaScript. That's going to be Unity and like C++. Going back to the fundamentals. So I guess it depends on what you want to code. If you want to code really heavy downloaded PC games, I would get behind Unity and that Oculus Rift development. But if you want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, then you need to be familiar with with JavaScript, Angular, and I would say Ruby on Rails over Python Django. My little brother's a big fan of Clojure right now. No Tilt here says, "What's up, Dutch? Told my friend if he wanted me to teach him some poker or throw money at butts. He said, rather throw money at butts. Even though I wanted to show him some online poker and how I play online so he could stake me." I'd rather throw money at butts. I'd rather throw money at butts than watch you play poker. No Tilt here 24. That's pretty funny. Exmois whispering, "Is Flash dead?" Yes. Flash is kind of a relic these days, being replaced by HTML5 and JavaScript.
Hey, Pokerstud.
We got Pokerstud in the stream. Pokerstud 5, great to see you. It says, far from a review of a being a masterpiece. What does he say? What is he talking about? I missed it.
Hey, Stud.
When should I expect a patch in the mail? Said Pokerstud. Oh, he's talking about the book. He's talking about when he said it was a masterpiece, which I really appreciated. Pokerstud, we're going to be sending those out here in the next couple of weeks. They haven't. The order's in. It's been paid for. It should be getting printed right now from a company called The Studio. And
the book was a masterpiece? Oh.
Yeah, that's what Pokerstud 5 said a couple of streams ago. I was so flattered. I felt so good about that. Route 25, we're going to just make the call here with Ace-9 suited. We could 3-bet. It wouldn't be a bad 3-bet here, but we're just going to make the call.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong.
I kind of want to target Skittle here more than Root. So now what do? This is kind of an awkward spot. The reason is because I don't want to lose Skittle 29. I want Skittle 29 to be sitting here with like a flush draw, and we can go ahead and get a huge stack from him right here, right now. So if we check and he checks and Root 25 bets, a lot of times if we're heads up, we're going to go for a check raise here. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to lose Skittle. So we're just going to go ahead and make the call here instead of check raise. And we lose Skittle anyway. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pot it up, put Route 25 to the test, I guess. He makes the call with the jacks. Can we hit? No, we don't. We don't.
Wow.
It was kind of one of those spots where if we check, we're going to have to call the guy's bet anyway. So we've got a lot of outs. 9 clubs, 3 aces, and 3 sevens. So 15 outs, 30%. One of those spots where if we check, we're going to have to call his bet. So we might as well be the one to put it in there and maybe have a little bit of fold equity in cases where he has us slightly beat. With hands like ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, sometimes we can get him off of those kind of hands. A lot of times making that check, call, shove looks more like making sure you're dodging trouble. Anyway, lost a pretty big pot. Would have preferred not to have lost that. Fire out the same amount against Yumius. Pretty wet board. Connected though. Not exactly like the perfect flop for us, but it connected. King, Queen, Jack. We've got a pair with an open-ended straight draw. So not horrible. Yumius deciding to go for a check raise. You know, Yumius, I think that I guess we'll just make the call. King hits the turn. No idea what to do. We could be getting set up here, or we could be up against like a 10-8 where we're ahead. We could be up against a flush draw where we're ahead. We might be able to get a queen to fold, or man, I don't know. Ugh, and that's the worst card for us. That's about the worst thing we could have saw. Now we're playing the board. Yeah, so I guess that we're supposed to make the raise, the bet on the turn. supposed to make the bet on the turn, guys. Nice suck out there, Eumius.
Yeah.
Nice suck out. So we go from 32,000 to 19,000 in 2 consecutive hands. Brutal. And now I'm really kind of just like really upset with myself that I didn't fire out and get that, just collect that 7,000 on the turn. It's the difference between 27,000 and 19,800 right there is shutting down.
JJ Jones says has a comment here. JJ Jones 1418 Dutch been working on picking spots better instead of depending entirely on hands and absolutely crushed the 2-5 games the last couple of nights. I probably can't keep up the crazy win rate, but was absolutely killing these soft games. Said something last night but fell asleep before the delay got my message. LOL.
Jay Jones, nicely done, man. I hope that you continue to crush it. Really awesome. Really awesome.
Top Flight, what's up, Dutch and Examois? Always cool to see you here.
So DP Woodford saying, personally, I still recommend Python over Ruby, which, I think that there might be something to that. DP Woodford. I feel like Ruby on Rails has a better community, more gym support, but the Python seems to be more of the introduction language that they teach in a lot of comp sci programs these days. If you take a look at like the Open MIT stuff, they're using Python. If you're using, so I mean, is there much of a difference between Python and Ruby? Not really. They're both pretty friendly languages. Gosh, I'm still feeling kind of sad right now. We went from top 4 stack now to middle of the pack, just like that. Happened so quick. And Eumius, with that ace high, deciding to go ahead and check raise. I like check raising there instead of donk leading. I'm just really upset with myself that I didn't just take it. We're not going to be able to get him to fold on the river. He's checking on the river, hoping to induce a bluff. Wow, nuts in your face. 40 big blinds, really, man? Really? It's horrible. I mean, it doesn't even matter what he's got. This is just a bad bet. It's a bad bet. I make it 2 big blinds, he makes it 40 big blinds. I mean, like, sometimes I actually wake up with aces or kings here. Sometimes Route 25 or Samuel Adams wakes up with a huge hand here, and that's in your face. I mean, if you have a super, super strong hand where you're rooting for a call, then you're losing all value. If you have a weak hand where you're bluffing, well, you're risking way too much for this, this tiny little pot of 4 big blinds. So it's just really bad. It's very bad. It's a bad shove. 40 big blind shove, you guys. Bad dog. Bad dog. They don't know. Nuts in your face. He doesn't realize. He doesn't know.
Nuts in your face.
He doesn't know what overbetting the pot is. He looks down and is like, come on. That's as much thought as he puts into it. Let's do this. Here he goes again. Here he goes again. 37 big blinds over Eumius's min raise. It's like, what are you late for a date or something? Nuts in your face? Is this what's going on? It's 7:31. What just happened in Nuts in Your Face's life where now he's just shoving all in 2 consecutive hands for 40 big blinds, 37 big blinds? I don't know, but I want no part of it.
Grr.
B-Trail, let me know. Slow down.
Slow down, Dutch.
Slow down. That's
Stop
like telling
abusing.
someone to calm down when you're in an argument.
Calm down,
It's like saying,
Dutch boy.
calm down. Hey, calm down. I am slow. It's the worst thing you can tell someone. It's the worst thing you can tell someone. Hey, calm down. Look, I'm going to need you to calm down. Don't ever tell someone to calm down. It doesn't work. No one has ever heard someone say calm down and say, oh, okay. It's a good idea. I should be calm. I should be calm. I should be slower. Oh, man. Underwood Gaming, thank you very much. Says he kind of had the Lex Luthor thing going on with the haircut. You know, I really liked that Lex Luthor character from Smallville. I thought he pulled off that bald look pretty good. Bobase 510. Shout out to everyone who still puts chips inside their sandwiches. Bobase
I do.
510.
I put barbecue chips in mine. I used to.
Do you?
Well, when I went to Subway, that the store that should not be named ever again, but I used to put my barbecue chips in my Subway sandwiches. But I don't eat Subway anymore.
The store that shouldn't be named, huh? Wow, that's pretty... They didn't do it. They didn't do anything wrong. They backed the wrong guy. They backed the wrong horse.
Can you explain why June is puking a rainbow?
That is the spew right there. That is the spew. Skittle. Yeah, we're gonna make the call, getting 6-1. We've got some implied odds here. Let's see what develops. Queen 8 on a King 9-8 board. Is that the magic flop we're looking for? Is that the magic flop we're looking for? We've got Skittle 29 firing out with the C-bet. Not really. It's not really the flop we're looking for. And we're getting 9-1 if you factor in the implied odds pre-flop. So it's a good call. Not a good flop. Sam Adam coming in here with a 3x. Hookem817 won $2,300 today playing cash, attacking the blinds and waiting for spots is what I do. Hookem817, nicely done, man. Well done. I hope that you continue that run good. And Hookem, thanks for being here on the stream. Okay, 1,100 plus the 500. We'll go ahead and take a shot at it. We get called by Skittle 29 in the small blind. We get called by Vegas Bell. And now we actually probably have to hit a flop. Or have that flop come out so polarizing that we can move Skittle 29 off of a small pocket pair and Vegas Bell off of a Queen 10 suited. Probably not. Probably Queen 10 offsuit. King Jack offsuit. King 10 offsuit. So Skittle 29 making the check. If Skittle 29 checks, I think that we can probably fire out a bet if Vegas Bell checks as well. We can do a half pot here. We've got some outs. It's kind of a scary board for hands like pocket sixes. It's kind of a scary board for hands like King 10 or Ace Rag. It's hard for Skittle 29 to call with Vegas Bell behind him. So let's see what happens. If we get check raised here, then it's just it's gonna be pretty sucky. Instead, we just get through. We don't often see bet against two opponents, but when we do, it's with 9 high on a Jack 8 board. Top Flight 420 says, always remember, without the donks, there is no game. I'm not sure if I would agree with that so much, Top Flight 420, but
So stubborn.
I'm not trying to complain. You know,
Complain.
It's a good point. The game is definitely poker is more beatable when people are shoving 40 and 50 big blinds, you know, pre-flop. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and make a call here.
We need a calm down emoticon, Dutch, but instead of a calm down, it should be clam.
Calm down.
But a clam.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down.
I think it's funny.
I'm going to have to ask you to calm down, a clam down.
Yeah, because a clam.
Down with a clam. That's actually a pretty good idea. I like that.
How about a clam with
calm down.
No, a clam with sunglasses. Calm down. And a little blunt.
You know what? I like
coming
that.
Out of its
I like
base.
that. I mean, we're kind of going back and forth between hold.
I like hold.
Do you like
better.
the hold?
Yeah. What do you think you're going to use the Braveheart hold, or just hold?
I figured I'll get something.
Or we can do a Dutch oven, but that's kind of silly. A clam is kind of eh. I mean, but you do
clam
tilt.
Down is cute. Well, hopefully there's going to be less and less and less tilt as the poker journey continues. Let's see. I'm going to get in something else here. Well, I'll wait.
Bowbase 510 says, Dutch Boyd, telling someone to calm down is like telling someone in a bad mood they need to eat something. I agree.
You need to eat something.
That's what we say to each other. I think you're hungry.
I think you're just hungry. Your blood sugar
or you need a nap.
Go eat something.
Yeah, Dutch, eat something. Have a orange.
It's actually a pretty good idea. I wouldn't mind an orange.
Oh gosh, go ahead. Goal 34 Ice asks, what are your thoughts on online hyperturbos? E.g., example, starting stack 300, 6 or 9-handed. Any thoughts or tips on how you would play them, Dutch? Thanks.
Okay, Goal 34 Ice. Online hyper turbos, 6 or 9-handed, starting stack of 300. So, are they beatable, Goal 34 Ice? Or is the competition stiff enough, or the luck factor high enough that any edge you'd have over the regular players is overwhelmed by the rake and the tournament juice? I don't know. As far as like what you should do with them, it sounds to me like it's definitely going to be playing a little more gambly than your normal, than your normal sit and go, right? Than your normal satellite. So maybe it is. Maybe it's something that can. Maybe that is a variant that can be beat.
I do. LOL. I'm sorry. I have to laugh because Blue Start Theory says that we have humongous coffee glasses, and I was looking on our stream, and my glass looks really big. Do you see mine, Dutch?
Yeah, that is a big coffee glass.
It is huge. It says it's all good.
It's all good. It's all
but I
good.
looked. I did think it looked ridiculous when I was drinking.
It's a ridiculously big coffee.
Yes, it's ridiculously big.
I couldn't sleep last night. I had no idea why.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Well, mine's chai tea. Mine's not. Well, it still has caffeine in it.
Oh, that's bad.
I can't drink too much of it though.
That's bad. Just had a in the re-entry. Just had a flush versus a flush. Jack high versus king high.
How big is your coffee cup over there? Are you using your Monopoly one? Dutch? Are you
I'm
taking
using the
notes?
Peacock one.
Oh, okay.
Taking some notes.
About me?
Okay, so what would I say, Gold 34 Ice, about those $300 hyper turbos? I would say this. I would say that they're probably beatable. Probably running into more gambly type players. I would pick up. We got quad screen 2 months in a row. Great to see a quad screen.
Nice.
I would pick up that. What is it? The is it the Moshman book? Is that the good sit and go book out there? That gets all the acclaim. Pick that up and basically treat it like a like a sit and go that where everyone has started with 3,000 chips, but no one's been eliminated for the first hour. So you look around and now everyone's short stacked. That's how. There's not that much difference, really. There's not that much difference between that kind of hyper turbo and a regular sit and go, except that in a regular sit and go, players have an opportunity to make bigger mistakes early on. But you're still going to eventually get to the point where it's all about the push fold charts and all about when you're supposed to call with any two or raise with shove with any two. Get real comfortable with those push fold charts, and it doesn't really matter if you start with 300 chips or 3,000 chips, because really it's all the amount of chips that you start with is the wrong way to look at it. It's really just all about the number of big blinds you have in front of you. Yeah. Ace King versus Pocket Tens and the $10 rebuy add-on just going down. That sucks. What do we do here with an Ace 3 offsuit? We've got Sergeant Pepper coming in with a raise. We'll make the fold. I like folding there. Garfield, no. Says here, have a Snickers. You know what? A Snicker bar sounds pretty good.
No, that's like the commercial.
I know what he's doing. I got the joke.
Oh,
I got the
okay.
reference.
Marsha. Wasn't that the commercial with the wrestler?
I don't remember. I remember the Betty White commercial.
Oh, the Betty White one was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I am gonna have to get some orange, like an orange or something.
Do you want me to get you an orange? Is that what?
No, I'll get it.
Hurry up and get that orange. Zerg Forever Dutch says, read your book, Poker Tilt, excellent read. Finished it in 2 days, couldn't put it down. Very honest, introspective. When is your next book coming out?
Who is this, Zerg for Life?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man, for giving it a read. I really appreciate that, man. Really do. Jeez, lights out, just firing out. Makes the fold here. So I'm trying to work on the next book, Poker Tells, which is going to be more the strategy book. More like an approachable strategy book, though. I'm trying to make it like a very easy, light read, but heavy on the content. So it's a balancing act. I've got, I did a lot of the work for the Poker Tells book while writing the Poker Tilt book, because it was kind of supposed to be the second half of Poker Tilt. But Poker Tilt just, the bio never stopped. So then we ended up with 90,000 words of bio, and we're like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put this one out, and we'll try to make this. We'll do all the strategy work that we did, because we wrote it. Like when I with my partner, I wrote every word of the book. I want to make that clear. But we were going to try to make it so that we were both kind of writing. And so I spent about 100 hours on Skype with him, going over the strategy parts of the book, going over the table of contents, and we were going to try to just write this all down, but it started looking more like the Mormon book, right, where you've got a guy who's trying to explain concepts in poker to someone who's not actually playing poker for a living, and so then when he's trying to repeat it, some of the the meat kind of got lost. So I decided, what, I'm going to just have to write this myself too. But we've got a pretty strong table of contents and a real nice outline and about 100 hours of recorded content trying to explain all the different stuff. It's going to be good. It's overwhelming, but in a lot of ways I feel like Poker Tilt was a harder book to write. I'm a lot more comfortable talking about pot odds and implied odds and reverse implied odds, and I'm talking about mental health issues in Poker Spot. It was a really tough book to write.
Duchess,
Poker Tilt was very
our
exposing.
animations aren't coming up.
What do you mean?
Our little animations for a poker player, for people like
the alerts?
subbing.
Oh
the
my
alerts.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. Did we get an?
It looks like there was a. It was underneath. Which one did we miss?
Angoth told me. I don't know what we missed here. Is it not saying anything either? Oh no. Oh, okay. No, we didn't miss anybody, but we just had a resub.
Did you see who the resub was?
Yeah, we already shouted out quad screen, but didn't have the other things. Unless I missed someone.
Tone Lock saying down to 18 and a $6 rebuy and add-on, 572 up top. That is a pretty nice ROI there, Tone Lock. Please take it down. Please take it down for us. Let us know how you do. Really rooting for you. Hope that you get all the Twitch run good that is available.
How's that orange? Orange, you glad you had an orange?
Mm-hmm. I am. It's good.
Oh, I just don't.
So Josh for Jazz coming in here with 2081. What does it mean, you guys? What does 2081 mean? I don't know. I don't know. No idea what it means. Is he actually like clicking on a button? Is that what comes out if you click 3/4? It's kind of hard, you guys, to multi-table and stream at the same time. I feel like I've been very quiet in the last hour.
What was the Sit and Go stream book again? Do you remember?
I think it was by Moshman.
Moshman? I don't know what that is.
He's a poker player. That's kind of been the go-to book for sit and go strategy for a few years.
Look, it's a Vegas set miner just peeped in.
Vegas set miner, how you doing, man? Good to see you in the stream. We too used to set mine. Now we quad mine. If you're going to do something, do it the whole way. What do we do with 10-7 suited here against 7-7-7, L key 7-7-7? Well, we'll go for a check raise. Huh. Does he just fold? Is he just like, beep?
Hey. Dun, dun, dun,
What do we get him to call
dun,
off
dun,
with?
dun, dun, dun.
Ace 8. So he was drawn to a 4-outer on the turn. Decided to just check back his Ace 8 on a 9-7-5 board. I guess it was wise, I guess. I mean, we were going to go for a check raise, so he was right about that. Oh, jeez. That's brutal. It's got a little 3-outer on the turn. In another tournament.
Rocket Man. Looks like we have a lot of people from Pennsylvania in the house. And New Jersey, all around. We have people from, oh, look, here's another from Delaware. We're in Vegas. Anybody from Vegas? There's a few, right? From, not Vegas, but in Nevada, right? We have a few people. It's so quiet over there, Dutch. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just focusing. I'm concentrating.
How many are you playing?
11,
3?
4.
You're playing 4 now?
Yes.
Oh, that's why. That
We've
makes
got
sense.
the main
so he's
event
playing
here.
4 tournaments.
The
I'm playing a free
warm-up,
roll.
and we got a couple of safety tournaments.
Let's see. I have to raise. I'm going to raise 3 times. There you go. I had to do math. Oh, I'm on break. You must be on break too then. Already? I thought we were just on break.
We are on break in 2 of these tournaments. The other 2 are not on break yet.
Go Tone Lock. He's 15 on 15th, so he needs to double up, says I.
Oh, good luck, Tone Lock. Better to chip up than double through.
Is that right?
Yeah, better
I
to
say
chip
double-
away than
double
double
through.
through. No, you'd much rather your all-in shoves actually still retain some fold equity and go from 9 big blinds or 8 big blinds up to 12 big blinds without actually having to see a flop. Then make the 3-bet against a light light razor and have everyone fold with go from 12 big blinds. Now you're up to 16 big blinds without having to fade a flop. If you never have to see a flop, then then you win the tournament. Eventually you're gonna have to see a flop. There's always that last flop. Okay, guys, we're gonna be right back. 3 minutes and 31 seconds. You guys are all awesome. Thank you very much for being here. If this is your first time here and you haven't clicked on that follow button, make sure to click on that follow button. It's a little heart button right underneath the video. Really helps us out. We have a dream. We have a goal, guys. The goal tonight is 9,900 follows, and we're pretty far away. I'm not going to lie. Are we going to be able to make it? Probably not. Probably not. I was hoping to get up to 10,000 by the end of the weekend, but maybe. Anything's possible. If you aren't following the stream, you could help. And if you are following the stream, you are already doing your part. Thank you very much also to all of our subs. It's great seeing a lot of you guys here, all of you guys here. We'll be right back in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Live. Okay, guys, we're back with a powerhouse hand here. Deuce 3 offsuit.
Deuce 3.
All of our rebuys, all of our add-ons are done in the other tournaments. We're 4-tabling tonight. Nuts in your face, sitting there with 800 in front of him, just asking me to take it. Just asking me to take it. And if he fires out an all-in shove, he'll get through us. But it seems to me with nuts in your face, that's kind of his decision tree. It's like all in or fold. Pack Rat GG, can't really blame him for making a what is that? 15, 16, 17 big blind shove. Seems like not an over shove in my opinion. Nuts in your face though, that's kind of an over shove. Nuts in your face.
I like nuts in your face. That's what we should have as an emote.
A nuts in your face emote?
Like a face and like walnuts. Just a whole bunch of nuts. All kinds of nuts. Walnuts, grape nuts, almonds, pecans.
Man. Zulon taking down 4 of his last few sit and goes. Very well done, man. Johnny X Cat up 60 million
on Facebook. I should play that Zynga app right now because that sounds like it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, is that the future?
Do people play those? I guess they do. This guy has
more people play
6
free
million.
poker than they do real poker.
60 million, not even 6 million, 60.
Plasmatron, indeed, I did get 4th place last night, which was kind of a train wreck. Because when we were at 4 players, I had about half the chips in play.
You had a lot of chips.
Had a couple of hands go very, very poorly for us. Wern Fox, how you doing, man? Wern Fox just getting in there with the sub. Awesome to have you here, man. Thank you so much for clicking on that sub button and supporting the stream. So
that is cool.
Did you get it?
Yes, I did. And how do you enunciate that name? Wern Fox? We earn Fox?
I think it's just Wern Fox.
We
have those
Fox.
ladies. You got that command?
Yeah, I did it already. I did it a long time ago.
Okay. How long ago?
A long time ago. Like
more than 20 seconds ago?
No, come on.
So the pocket queen
unlike
gets
you,
through.
Dutchie, I don't need to tell you more than once. You don't have to tell me more than once.
Yeah. Unlike me. Hey, Wern Fox, we're going to go ahead and send over a DRM-free digital version of my book, Poker Tilt. So check your Twitch message box for that. It's probably going to end up in the other message box.
I am going to link you.
And really appreciate you being here, man. If there's anything that I can do to make that a little bit better of a value proposition for you, let me know. It's really awesome of you to support the stream, and thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Really makes it possible. You know, if it weren't for you, Warren Fox, if it weren't for you guys, if it wasn't for the other subs here, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be able to stream. So, thank you very much for making it happen. I really appreciate it. I really love doing this. It's so much more fun than just grinding down on the strip somewhere, taking that tourist money. Gosh, I hate making this shove. I hate it. I hate making this shove, but just a shove.
Warren Fox says those emotes are too cool. Being non-subscribed. Oh wait,
Warren Fox, thanks very much,
He likes
man.
our stuff. He likes.
I feel like we've got some pretty good emoticons.
We do. Indeed.
And
especially this, I love the Anon one, the anonymous one.
Yeah, we always say, yeah, me too.
We were watching a documentary and we're like, we should get that one.
So we always say spots, not hands. Spots, not hands. Spots, not hands. Sometimes, though, the hands just appear. And we're looking at Samuel Adams coming in here with a 5x.
I'm going to play my Zynga poker.
When does that ever make sense? When does 5xing it ever make sense? I don't know. We're about to find out.
Do I even have money on Zynga poker?
The answer is never.
No, I don't.
The answer is never.
How do you get Zynga poker app?
So he makes it 5x. We've got 30 in front of us. If you made it less, we're making it, less ourselves. That might have been a little bit of a spew.
From you?
But it felt like this was just kind of a gift. And if he calls, he's probably looking at like pocket fives or pocket sixes. So we'll just take it. We'll just take it. We'll be like, he doesn't have aces or kings or queens or ace king. So let's just take the money. He's not going to call. 5 big blinds, he's not going to call.
Just Learning Poker has a question about what can viewers do while watching your stream to get the most educational value from it? What should people be looking for and paying attention to in particular, Mr. Dutch
Just
Boy?
Learning Poker. If you don't have your Trapper Keeper out, taking vigorous notes.
Vigorous highlights. Highlight your screen.
I'm not really sure. It's a good question, Just Learning Poker. What can viewers do while watching your stream to get the most educational value from it? What should people be looking for and paying attention to in particular?
Well, can I say something?
Yes.
I think that repetition and watching you helps me play, but in particular, if there's like a term that you don't understand, you should always ask. Ask the chat.
Yeah, always ask if I say something like
they use a lot of weird terms.
An abbreviation you don't understand.
What was that one? It was let me think. It was MDF.
MDF, a big part of GTO.
Yeah. I still don't know what MDF means.
What does it mean? If you don't know, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask. We'll talk about it on the stream. If you have any questions or
and
thoughts, talk about it on the stream. I would say, realize that we're playing a very specific variant of poker here. The strategies that we implement aren't going to work across the board everywhere. We are playing specifically no-limit hold'em multi-table tournaments. So, we explore concepts like tapering our pre-flop raise amounts, standardizing our opens. Stick around and try to pick up as much as you can. The fact that you're here is a good thing. Okay, we'll fire out the same amount. We made it 3,100. We will make it 3,100. And he calls. Ace of spades on the turn. Is that a good turn card for us? It probably is. Now we get him off of hands like King Queen, King Jack, King 10, Queen 10, Queen 9. We'll fire out a half pot size bet. If he calls, then we're just screwed. If he check raises, what does a check raise mean? Hell if I know, guys. Hell if I know. I mean, a check raise could easily mean, I'm just going to go ahead and represent the ace here and try to get you off of queens or jacks or tens. I'm going to try to represent the 8 here. Try to get you off of something. He could just be fooling around. Feels that way. Feels like he's just messing with us. But we'll fold. What are we going to do? We either shove or we don't.
Did we get a sub?
We started getting some playback, so that's
we have a resub.
That's rough. Dakota Cohoon, one of the guys here on wsop.com with us.
Oh, right.
One of the guys who's constantly in the trenches right there with us. 3 months in a row. Thank you very much for being here, man. Really appreciate it. Nuts in your face, making the shove. 18 big blinds now. We're snap calling. Lovely. That's going to do it for us, guys. That's going to do it for us. That's going to do it for it. Nuts in your face. Getting it all in there with pocket nines. We make the call with ace king suited. And now we're left with half a blind. Half a blind in a safety school. Gosh. What a donkey that dude. Well held, nuts in your face. The stupid thing about that is he's only getting called when we're either flipping or crushing. He's only getting called when we're flipping or crushing. 18 bigs. I can't really fault him, really. 18 big blinds. I can't fault him for just trying to pick up a sixth of his stack. It's not really a spew on his part. It's just kind of one of those unfortunate spots where, okay, now we have to win a flip. Now we have to hit a boat. Guys, we're going to be right back with another tournament. Gosh, that hurts. Hurts every time. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back with our safety tournament. This one is the 3K guaranteed re-entry. 25 out of 29, so not really doing that great. We've got Paul DeWald doing just fine. Silver Moon also at the table with a huge stack. And we're sitting here with like 28, 29 big blinds. 28 or 29 bigs. Gosh. Hurts to lose, guys. It really does. I really hate getting knocked out of that weekend warm-up. It's the third biggest tournament of the week. And I was feeling really good. When did things start going downhill, guys? I don't even know. You know, I think that we made a pretty big mistake not going for that Jack 10 hand against Eumius when he check-raised us with his ace high. We should have taken that on the flop, and we should have taken it on the turn. And then what? I don't even know. Silver Moon just seems to be calling everything. So when it comes 6-5-3 and we actually hit a little something, I think that we just keep on going. This might be a tilt. This might be a tilt hand right here. So there goes our safety tournament. 29 out of 52. Got a couple of others here. Okay, let's go with the... Let's go with this one.
So you're playing 2 now, or not, or 1?
We're playing 2. We got Beast Reaver making a raise. We've got the ace high. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. 9 big blinds. I think that we're probably ahead of Beast Reaver. How are you flipping these days, Shreever? Got a call. You've got a call with your Jack 7. And we're going to be about a 60% favorite. Queen Jack, 60% favorite. Not anymore. Now we're looking okay. Can it hold? It does. It does. So we get that little double up there.
Which one is this? The one?
This is the 1K guarantee.
Okay. 1K guarantee.
Let me go ahead and adjust that for the window. Okay. So we'll see if we can't make the magic happen tonight. I really want to make a final table. Want to get that W. Want to get that win. What are you doing? 1,000, 1,400 over here. So Jesse open limping under the gun. We'll go ahead and give him a little bony fish for the open limp. And Draymond at another one of our tables. Big shout out to you. Thank you very much for watching the stream. So good luck in the grind tonight. Let's make some final tables. This is in the 2K guaranteed, which is not our feature table since we're a little bit further along in this one. 15 and what is that? 15, 16 big blinds in front of us. 16 big blinds in front of us, which qualifies as kind of a danger stack, a short stack right now. Bub Doobie, calm down, Dutch. Calm down.
Yeah, Dutch, calm down. Eat something.
Coffin Angel says, does anyone else imagine Dutch just screaming for a full minute while on break? Nailed it.
He'll be okay.
Nailed it. Nah, it's fine. You know, we have played poker for a long time. A long time. We have gone through some treacherous lows. Just some really, really bad low times in poker. This is what poker is. Poker is pain management. Poker is being able to take a beat, and then take a deep breath and not scream. You know, it's hard. It's hard. I can't tell you how many players I know who have broken things. You know, broken laptops, broken monitors, broken walls, broken doors. I can't say I've ever, broken their hand from punching through a door, broken a window. You know, it is maddening when things don't go well at the poker table. It's really hard, and you gotta control yourself somehow. It's hard.
It's thug life, Dutch. It's thug life. It's Christian Slater's fault. Was there a water tasting prop bet? Bobby Big Buy-ins. Just Learning Poker asks if you have been involved in any prop bets, crazy prop bets. And Bobby says that we should talk about the water tasting one. I don't know. Hey, Iceman Kiwi.
What's the water tasting prop bet?
Bobby, I don't know. Bobby says ask about that. Remember?
Might have been the like the most impressive thing I've ever seen Brett Youngblood do.
Oh,
He had this prop bet. He kept on going on and on about Fiji water, how it's the best water in the world. Fiji water, it's so good. It's such a good tasting water. And I'm like, man, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. There's no difference. There's no difference.
Actually, Fiji water is worse.
He's like, oh no, you can definitely tell a difference. It's like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I pulled up like a whole slew of you know. He was like, well, you can definitely tell the difference between the tap. I was like, that's probably true. That's probably true. There's little minerals. You can tell the difference between like you know, Fiji water and tap water. I can tell the difference.
It tastes more chlorine.
It tastes a little chloriney. It tastes a little chemically. It tastes a little bit of you know. It tastes a little minerally. You know, gives the dogs bladder stones, whatever. But I was like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I like had Aquafina and Dasani and Avion and Fiji all lined up. You wouldn't be able to pull out the Fiji. And he's like, I bet that I could. Not only that, I bet that I could tell. I bet that I could tell you which one was which. It's like bullshit. I call. This is what's so great about poker players. This is why. You know, I like hanging out with poker players because when, you know, in normal life, when someone says something like that, it turns into a can too, cannot, can too, cannot, can too. You're full of it. You're full of it. We're no longer friends. You know, this is pretty much what normal arguments look like. Poker player arguments look like this. There's no way you could do that. Oh, yes, I could. Okay, book it. Even money. Book it. And there he goes. We go to the store. We put you know, blind shot glasses of Avion, Dasani, Fiji, and Aquafina all in a row. He doesn't know which one is which. I have them marked down, and no one else knows. This is not like him. Like, you know, he's just basically trusting me to be honest about it. And you know, I'm looking at the thing, and I'm not showing anybody, and because I think that, you know, he's I don't want it to be about like his read of other people, you know. So he's sitting there and he's taste testing them, and he's taste testing it like it's a fine bottle of wine. Each one he's like, and he's putting it down, and he does this for like 10 minutes, and then in between tastes he's like, okay, I need a second. And he like pulls out the bong. Okay, I'm ready. This goes on for like 10 minutes, then it's 15 minutes and 20 minutes, and I'm like, finally he goes, okay, I'm pretty sure that this is Avion. I'm pretty sure that this is Avion. Gosh, we need to make the call here, and it sucks. Nice hand, BGB 2003. This is Avion, I'm pretty sure. And when he says that, I'm looking down, and it is actually Avion. But I'm feeling very confident about it because I mean, like, he doesn't know. Finally, he's just like hemming and hawing, and he's like, Fiji, Avion, Aquafina, Dasani. And I'm like, God damn it. 100%. Absolutely right. I don't know how long he knew, but he knew. He knew. He called it. And it was maybe the most impressive thing I've ever seen him do.
You got it? Oh, I thought he didn't get it.
He nailed it.
Oh.
Nailed it. All four of them.
I'm pretty surprised.
I don't know how many we could do. Radio Cleve, subscribed for 2 months in a row. Great to see you, man. Thank you very much for being here on the stream. How do you tell the difference between store-bought water? I don't know. I mean, I can tell the difference between like Coke and Pepsi. I can tell the difference between Sprite and 7-Up. I can tell the difference between grape juice and prune juice. I can tell the difference between store-bought
You
water.
you can't tell the difference between fine chocolate and bad chocolate. We did a little taste.
I can't. We did a taste test, and Hershey's tastes better to me than like a real nice fine chocolate from wherever.
I guess if it was a really, really, really good, smooth, silky chocolate, you'd probably tell, though.
I don't know. I think that I'd be like, oh, give me a Hershey bar. That is some fine chocolate.
But what is it? What is the brand that he likes? Fiji. I don't think Fiji is the best water.
Shriver with the jacks, the king, queen, the sevens. Can it hold? Can it hold? It did, you guys, and we just tripled up. Beautiful, beautiful. Up to 30,000
really
now. That might be. This is a red letter day, guys. B. Shriver, we just somehow won 2 coin flips against Shriver. Great player, but also one of these guys who has held over for us since we started streaming on Twitch. Every single time I feel like we've been in a critical coin flip situation against Shriver, we've lost.
I can't drink tap water.
The biggest coin flip we've had on this site was a $10,000 coin flip for a seat against B. Shriver. It made the highlight reel. If you guys are interested in seeing the biggest $10,000 coin flip that the biggest coin flip we've lost on this site, going to Shriver, 3-handed for like all of the chips. Like the other guy would have been 20-1 deficit for a single World Series of Poker seat. That was a rough flip to lose, and since then it just feels like every single time we call heads it comes tails. Every single time against Shriver, and now the streak is over. That was a pretty critical flip to win. We are now 7 out of 26 in this 1K guarantee. How much is up top? First place, $423. I'll take it. That's not so shabby. That'll get us even for the day. Will second get us even for the day? No, not after that warm up. That warm up ended up being a $250 tournament for us, and it was going so well. And I can't even really point to the time. Like, I can't really point to a specific point in that tournament, a specific hand where we lost it. But somehow we lost it. Somehow we lost it. I guess if I was going to point to one hand, it would be the ace-king suited versus nines with nuts in your face.
Nuts in your face. It's probably because I'm singing the song.
Oh, man.
He's got the nuts in your face.
That's pretty much the point where we lost that tournament. But here we are. Here we are, back to a commanding stack in another tournament.
Would you like some nuts, Dutch? I have some almonds.
No. I'm in good shape. I'm good. I'm good. Pickleman 0 in the stream. Great to see you, man. We got BRB VFL. Awesome to see you. Iceman Kiwi, Coffin Angel laughing at the water party, I think. At the water prop.
Dutch boy.
Nom asterisk.
Dutch boy
is bald now. Today we decided to go the whole way.
I like it bald.
I like it too.
He's been making me like rub it.
I like it
in the morning.
It feels lucky to me.
It's weird. I have to get used to it. Well, I suggest it. Did Bobby even notice?
Big dummy 1 shoving.
Uh-oh.
We sit here with ace-8 suited with a full table behind us to call or fold or something. It's very, very tempting to just click on that call button, you guys, because I think ace-8 suited it performs pretty well against big dummies range. The problem is we've got everyone behind us. Wow, look at Kingpin. So Kingpin decides to call with the ace-8 suited, or the ace-8 offsuit. Big dummy 1 did in fact have a weaker ace. And we can be results oriented and say, oh well, it was a good fold because we would have lost anyway.
Nuts in your face.
That's not really the right way to think about it. Was it a good fold? I don't know. I wasn't as worried about big dummy as I was making the call and then having one of these stacks here re-raise us, put the little squeeze on us with any pocket pair or bigger aces, maybe even a king queen suited. If we were in like the small blind or the big blind, it would have been a much easier decision to just call. Kyre of Avley saying they taste different, Dutch.
I believe it.
I know they do. I know they do. I didn't. I didn't believe it. I didn't think that anyone would be able to really call out the difference between 4 store-bought waters. I put my money where my mouth was, and I lost it. I lost that prop bet. Nat Bagel says, 1 in 24 he gets it right by chance, and 1 in 6 if we assume he can get 1 right all the time. He gave me even money, though, Nat Bagel. that's the thing. I don't think that it was chance. So Kingpin firing out a min raise, under the gun +1. We're sitting here getting 4.5 to 1 plus implied odds on an absolute crappy hand. Let's go and see a flop, though. Let's see a flop with that absolute crappy hand. See what happens. See what develops. We actually hit a 5. So, we're in pretty bad shape against a very wide range of hands that Kingpin could have. But I think that he's probably c-betting anything. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. He's going to have to show us better than ace high here. Fires out very quickly. He's saying, I've got it. But he's not saying he's got a king. I just don't think he has a king. I don't think ace-king is what we're looking at here from Kingpin 1. I don't think that he fires out so quickly. So he's representing a pocket pair. Why do I just don't think he has it? Why do I think that he's got like an ace high? Why do I think he's got ace queen, ace jack, ace 10 here? Because he does. And he hits it anyway. So we make the really tough call. It doesn't matter. He's got 10 outs. He hits the 20%er. Oof. Brutal. Brutal. Ugh. Sometimes you make the right move. It ends up wrong anyway.
So, Cycling Guy says, "Sup, Dutch? Back from Philippines, probably in Singapore, vacation for 5 weeks. Played my first live tournament at a casino here in SAC. I don't know what S after 3-month break, and took it down for 1K. Got really short and thought about your stream and picked my spots for positive EV shoves. Twitch is real. Twitch is real, Dutch."
Welcome back. Singapore, he said?
I think so. It's a Singapore and I think the Philippines. Yeah, I think so. I just got some, I'm guessing. Ring, ding.
Calm down, Dutch.
Climb down.
Calm down.
Clam down.
So now we do not have the commanding lead anymore. 19 out of 23. We're back to 15 big blinds. Yeah, it's just a shove fest with these guys now because everyone's pretty much in the same spot. 20 out of 23 pays 8. 8th place is $61, which will go a long way to making us even for the day.
Dutch Learning Poker asks, "What's the worst call you ever made in your entire poker career?"
The worst call?
Yeah.
The worst call? I don't know, man.
That's a really hard one. Dutch never makes bad calls.
It always feels wrong to fold. It always feels wrong to fold. I've lost count of how many bad calls I've made.
Oh, Tone Lock got 10th. Queens against Ace Queen. All in pre for 60K. Blinds 4-8. Ace on the flop. I think I should have raised as the opposed to shoving. I don't know. I mean,
At 4,000, 8,000 blinds, is that...
I guess you
4K,
would have
8K
to-
blinds and you have 60K? Is that what we're talking about?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Because if it was 400, 800, then yeah, that's a pretty big mistake.
Was it?
But if it's 4K, 8K, I mean, no, just make the shove. You just make the shove. You've got less than 8 big blinds, go ahead and make the shove. And hope to get called. Hope to get called where a guy has, is a 2-to-1 dog, you know? Zerrickman, good to see you in the stream, man. Says, "What's up, Dutch? Nice haircut."
Maybe you should put the hat
Nice
on, baby.
haircut.
Maybe you're unlucky because you don't have a hat on.
Yeah. Let me get my lucky hat. Hey, you want to go play some poker tournaments? Yeah. Let me just go get my lucky hat. Maybe.
Oh, now he's running to find it, guys. See what you guys did.
There we go. Got my lucky hat. Got my lucky sweatpants on. Got my lucky T-shirt on.
Wait. Socks? Do you have your socks on?
Put a little lucky fist bump patch on.
Oh, gosh. Where's your lucky pen? Got your lucky pen?
Happy Mon coming in with a 9.5 big blind raise. I think it's going to be a call here.
Oh, dang.
Pocket threes. Can we get there? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good so far. Yeah, that's going to crush.
Wait, do you have
Happy
your
Mon.
lucky pen, though?
Lucky pin?
Got your lucky pen? Okay.
Got a lucky pin?
Got your lucky underwear?
Shoot. No.
Oh, well, you better take off your pants then. Put on some lucky panties on.
Fine.
Sorry, I'm laughing at my own self. Shitty results, but good call, Dutch, says Jesus 95. And Bobby says the same thing. What?
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 He's like, what?
What?
Nice call.
Jesus.
This guy. Dick Ma. This guy, Dick Ma.
I'm not going to sing songs about Dick Ma now.
Making the fold. This guy. Making a shove. Making the shove with the ace queen against Reading Ape and me. Gets there. Makes the shove there. Doesn't have to worry about getting there because he's not going to have to see any cards. Making a raise here. Making a raise, boss. Yep. Making a raise. We got Kingpin 1 coming at us. Kingpin 1 making a 3-bet here. And you got it, Kingpin. We'll put the rest of it in. Ace Queen versus Ace 8. Ugh, ugly. Kind of feel like maybe we wouldn't have made that move if it weren't for the Jack 10 before. Kind of felt like, oh, he's just 3-betting whatever. He's just 3-bet. He's just 3-betting because why? Because it's a $10 tournament and he's just messing around. That's kind of what we thought. We were wrong. That was the wrong move. We made the wrong move there on the end. Didn't give him credit for actually having a hand. We thought this guy is a loose lagtard. But loose lagtards don't always have nothing. Loose lagtards sometimes actually wake up with a hand. Why didn't we give him credit? I'm going to actually blame that one on tilt. I feel like we are tilting, guys. I feel like we are tilting. Can't afford to tilt.
You have to win, Dutch.
Can't afford to tilt. You know, the nice thing about tilting as a tournament player is there's built-in stop loss as to how much you can lose, but you can't really lose as a poker player. This isn't gonna happen. Can't be a Twitch streamer playing poker if you don't beat the game. Gonna have to switch to Hearthstone, where it doesn't matter if you lose or win. We might take one more shot at this 3K guaranteed.
So are you playing any of them yet, or Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
playing?
we have one more that we're on, and I think that I'm going to have one more shot after this tournament. Hopefully, I mean, this goes the distance. Hopefully, this makes we make a final table in this one. Um, I mean, we'd need second or better in this to even just get even for the day.
That's okay. That's all right.
Oh,
I
that's
believe
good.
in
Yeah,
you.
getting even's
I
good.
believe you. I believe in you. You
Thank
can
you
do
there,
it,
Michelle.
Dutch. I believe in
No,
you.
we've done it before.
You have.
We've won tournaments before. We've final table. We've gotten second place before. It could happen. It's 29 players. We're 29 out of 65, so there's it's still a long way to go in this, guys. Still a long way to go. We're looking at 56 big blinds in front of us, so everyone's pretty deep here. Got Sly Poker Girl chilling out. We got Draymond in the stream. Both of these guys we're going to go ahead and give that little shark icon to because we know that they sometimes join us. So good luck in the grind, you guys.
Here's
Ooh.
Bobby's worst call. Do you want to read it?
That's pretty
for
brutal
everyone?
right there, Bobby Big Buy-In. No, I'm not going to read it on stream.
Why? I'll read it to myself. Is there a reason why?
You want to mute? Okay, and we're back. 899 Sly Poker Girl decides to open limp in the cutoff. I don't like those open limps, Sly Poker Girl. But if you watch the stream, you know this. You know this about me. We make the we fire out on the flop, half pot size bet. Sly Poker Girl calls. Now the king hits. I think that we just go ahead and check at this point. It's kind of funny because I feel like a very good chunk of the time Queen 10 is actually ahead here. I feel like a very good chunk of the time Sly Poker Girl is sitting here with like a Jack 10. So let's go ahead and get the value from the Jack 10. I think that we do get Jack 10 to call here. What do you think, Sly Poker Girl? Sly Poker Girl gives the fold, which probably means that Sly Poker Girl was looking at a weakish ace, ace 4 off suit, ace 6 suited, or maybe a small pocket pair. I don't know, Sly Poker Girl. I don't really like the open limps. I gotta admit, I don't like the open limps, especially in the cutoff. I think once those antes hit, I mean that's pretty much the quickest way to get a bony fish from me on the stream is open limping in that kind of spot where there's enough equity just to pick up with, trying to go and take the blinds and the antes right there. I think that, a lot of pros will disagree with me. A lot of pros will say, well, no, it's important to have an open limp range. It's important to incorporate open limping into your game. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that you're missing a lot of equity. And basically, for the same reason that I don't like adjusting your pre-flop open raise amounts based on hand strength. I mean that is basically the most drastic version of adjusting your opening raise amount based on hand strength is when you have a hand that you don't feel is worthy of even a raise. So you're like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and see a cheap flop. Nope, you're not going to see a cheap flop when I'm in the big blind and we got a couple of open limps or one open limp. I'm going to go ahead and pot it. And then what? Now you're going to be playing on the defensive. And, playing defense is never really where you want to be when you are playing poker. You want to be on the offensive. You want to be the aggressor. There's so much equity in being the aggressor in poker. So here we see another open limp. We see a lot more of these at the $10 level than the $30 level. We see a lot more of these at the $10 level than the $50 level and the $200 level. Rangers 38, looking at my raise and saying, no, sir. You're going to make it 3 bigs. I'm going to make it 15 bigs. 17 big blinds. 3. How about 17? You make it 3. How about 17? Okay, 17 big blinds is going to get through Rangers. A little bit of an overbet. A little bit of an overbet there. Even more than pot size bet. Bungalow saying freshly shaven Dutch. Nice again. Love the stream. Bungalow, thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. Cruiser Reg saying Hearthstone and a boob job. Hearthstone and boob job. Hearthstone and boob jobs. 2 of my favorite things. Cruiser Reg. Quad Screen saying, how long of a time bank do they give you? Seems like you are always a little low on time. I always am a little low on time. Let's get into this $30 rebuy and add-on as well, guys. It's been going for an hour and 46 minutes. We'll register. We're getting the late reg in. We'll get the rebuy in. We'll get the double add-on in, and we'll be pretty much in the middle of the pack. Stick a deck, saying take a deep breath and play only good hands. Thank you very much for the advice, sir. And Alan saying, I'll go play some Rocket League. Good luck, dude. Good luck, Alan. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Quad Screen, I think that the reason I end up losing my time bank is when you're multi-tabling and working on the stream, a lot of times like I'll just not pay attention and look back, my time bank's gone. That's exactly what I said, Bobby Big Buy-In. Quote, word for word. Bobby says, did you read what he said?
Yeah, I said basically. Yeah, I said basically, and now he... Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's really funny.
I agree with you, Bobby. It's not... I think if Bobby knew it wasn't a good thing to say, he wouldn't have typed it.
Bobby doesn't care.
Bobby doesn't care.
Dusty MacGyver saying, hello, Dutch. Are you planning on playing at Planet Hollywood in the WSOP tour that will be there? WSOP circuit in November. It's going to be awesome. Wow, look at Caster. Fucking Caster, man. We raise. I re-raised. Now he shoves, and we're getting 2-1 to make the call. Wow. Yes. To answer your question, yes, I am planning on playing that. I'm planning on playing it. So we're firing out to Draymond. He makes the call behind us. What does he have, folks? What does he have? Who knows? He's got position. He's got a hand that he decided to call an under the gun raise with.
So Bricks finally played a live tournament today.
Yeah.
Really only felt bad about one hand that
Nicely done, Bricks.
they played, and the rest was just blinds forcing my hands. And Hands Not Spot asks, how long do you have to watch someone play before you give them a shark or a bull, Dutchie?
Not long. Hey, Ming the
3
Merciless
days.
in the stream. Great to see you, man. I was thinking
3
about
days.
that hand last night, that 9-4 hand, four-handed, raised, got re-raised by Durden.
Jordan.
I was thinking about that all night. Kept me up. Didn't get to sleep until 9 in the morning, tossing and turning. I
Yes,
should
Dutch
have
couldn't
just
sleep.
flatted the flop. I should have just called. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, wow, that was really obvious to everyone else. Then I thought about what Silent Tony said, that quote about when your opponent is making a mistake, don't interrupt him. When your opponent is making a mistake, don't interrupt him. That's a pretty good line. That's a pretty good line. I don't think Silent Tony came up with that line. I feel like it's probably something out of like Sun Tzu or something like that. But yeah, I feel like I interrupted him. He was going to stack off to me. It doesn't matter if he had the ace or not. Like, I leveled myself. I thought, no, if I raise here, he's going to think that I'm going to think that he's going to think that, you know, whatever. I felt like calling would have looked more like an ace than raising. I felt like he would think that I would have 4-bet him. So we just got it all in with ace queen versus ace jack all in pre-flop. The jack just hit. Some days are like that, you guys. Some days are like that. Let's pot size this. See if we can't get Simmer 14 to lay it down. Bony fish Simmer 14. Open limping under the gun +1 at the 200, 400, and 50 level. I don't like it. I don't like it. Steezy13 in the stream. Great to see you, my friend. Hands Not Spots. I like the username. I remember you coming in. Great to see you again. Hands Not Spots. Pretty funny. Cycling guy saying a homeless guy outside played the Braveheart theme on a recorder. Pretty awesome. Not as awesome as having a house, but still. Jeez. That's cold, cycling guy. That's pretty awesome. I mean, not as awesome as having a house, but... Well, Drayman, I mean, you didn't really limp there. You know, you over limped. It's not the same thing. There's nothing wrong with, like, this guy open limps and you call behind him. There's nothing wrong with that. And I could have just saw a flop if I wanted to, but it just felt like, you know what? Let's punish the open limper. But I don't really feel like you know, you weren't really the one that we were punishing there. We were really going more for Simmer 14. That's Bobby Big Buy-In saying, at Cycling Guy, thanks. Now I feel like a bad person for laughing at a homeless joke. It's like that Chris Rock skit. If a homeless guy has a funny sign, he probably hasn't been homeless for long.
So, like, what does everyone's take
true.
about taking pictures of homeless people? My niece does not like that. Just curious. Is it wrong?
Jimbro says, you ever totally nail a guy because of a specific note you previously made on him? All the time. All the time, Jimbro. It happens all the time. I'll tell you when it most happens is when I'm really focusing on a table and taking notes after every raise, and the guy adjusts his pre-flop raise amounts, especially when they put those trailing digits in. Those nonsense trailing digits, it happens all the time.
Let's see.
Fire out 900 with the computer hand. We got Happy Mon deciding to put up a little bit of a defense behind us. This could get a little sketchy. Could get a little sketchy, guys. Or that could happen. We're gonna go ahead and fire out a half pot size bet, pretty much no matter what. And now we get to check and hope that he's making some sort of crazy float play. Tries to push us off of an ace 10 or a pocket threes. Go ahead and try to push us off of it, Happy Mon. Instead, Happy Mon just checks behind. So, what do you got? He fires out pretty quick, too. You know, I kind of feel like we could probably get a little more value out of him. I feel like Happy Mon is probably value betting some sort of pocket pair like fives or sixes or sevens. Probably a queen is good. I think that he probably fires out on that turn. I also don't think that if he had the flush, he fires out as quickly as he did. So let's try to raise. Let's try to go for max value here. Just drive him to Value Town. Let's go for, because I think that maybe he can come up with a reason to call. What do you think, Happy Mon? Are we driving ourselves to Value Town, or are you on the bus with us? What say you? Well, now he's thinking, and he folds. So looks like maybe we were just driving ourselves. Okay, guys, we're going to be back in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We've got 18 out of 55. We're also in the $30 rebuy and add-on, and this is probably going to be all we play today. I don't know how much more heartbreak I can take. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. That was a wonderful welcome back face from Michelle, who is feeling me yell.
Dutch's
All I did on break
I'm really
was
getting
just
old of
scream.
this tilt shit.
Scream in a pillow for 3 minutes.
You need to believe, Dutch.
I do believe.
Believe in the Force.
Oh, I do believe. That's why it hurts so much
Positive
when the
think,
dream
man.
doesn't come true.
This is what you should do, Dutch. You should
Every
get a
single
piece of
time I
paper.
get into
No,
a
listen.
tournament,
You should get a piece of paper, write "I am a winner" on it, and then put it under a bottle of water and let it sit there. And then drink the water, and the luck will come to you.
Okay, now I really do feel like screaming.
That's what you should do.
Now I really do feel like screaming.
Dutch, do it.
Oh, man.
Make some lucky water. Say the water is. We have to bless it.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, it's like water energy.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, Dutch, you can do it. Water energy. Water energy.
Saucy Pandy saying, "What the fuck is that, Rays? LOL. Did you expect to get called with worse with the Queen 7? We did. We did.
Well,
we thought we were going to get called from worse.
Like by 8-5.
Queen 6. He's like, what would have called you?
Jack 3.
Honestly, in all honesty though, in all seriousness,
Hey, did you get that water done? Do you want me to write you a card?
Saucy Pandy questioning the Rays there, thinking that I'm never getting called with worse. Never getting called with worse. I think that you are overestimating the fold equity that you have, my friend. Saucy Pandy, I know that you have a lot of disagreements with the way that we play here on the stream. We go back and forth on it a couple of times. But one thing that I've come to realize in my 15 years of playing professional poker is that you never have the fold equity that you think. Players will call you lighter than you think, and a big part of winning poker is being able to value bet thinner than you think is possible. If you are not looking at situations like we had with the Queen 7 and thinking, can we get called with worse? Never. I think that you're looking at it wrong. I think that most of the times, yes, check raises are, they look strong. It looks like we're probably not going to get called with worse. But I didn't put him on a queen. I didn't put him on aces or kings. I put him on worse. The quickness of the bet on the river did not make me think he had like pocket fours or a 2. And gosh, another coin flip going the wrong way. Can we hit it? No. So we just lost a real big one in this $30 rebuy. Made the raise, short stack shoves. We make the call with pocket fives. He's got ace queen off. No problem, slides right through. Some days it's just like the wall just keeps on hitting you in the head. So yeah, Saucy Pandy says, in my opinion, that raise even makes it hard for King Queen to call. We're not bluffing there, Saucy Pandy. King Queen's definitely calling us. Queen Jack, Queen 10 is definitely calling us. We're not trying to bluff him. We're trying to value bet him because we think that he calls with a wider range than you think he calls with. Maybe you're right. It turns out that he folded. What did we put him on? Well, we put him on value betting. I didn't think that he was bluffing. I thought that he was value betting a smaller pocket pair, jacks, 10s, 9s, something like that. So when when he fires out the bet and we're like, he's value betting here, well, let's go ahead and raise here. I think that he's calling wider than you think he's calling with. He ended up folding, so maybe you're right. Maybe we're just never getting the call there from the smaller pocket pairs. I think that we sometimes do. I think that sometimes he wakes up with a hero call with ace high. Because basically if you're going to call with queen jack or queen 10 there, usually it's basically the same call. You're putting the guy on absolutely nothing because a check raise on the river is so rarely a thin value bet that it's kind of a polarizing move. I think that his range to call there is wider than you think it is. And I would suspect, my friend, that you are discounting the possibility of calls in your game. I think that you are probably making the mistake of thinking that other people play like you, when in fact other people play like them. The biggest mistake people make is calling too much. That's the biggest mistake that you need to take advantage of at the table. And if you think that there's just no way you're never getting called with worse, well, you're using that word never very, very liberally. And I would suggest to you that you should rethink your game a little bit and go thinner than you think possible. Go thinner. Go thinner, my man. Sniping75 saying still on track for 10K followers for a weekend. It's been a rough stream tonight, guys. We've made a lot of mistakes. I don't consider that Queen 6 one of them. The Ace 8 shove was a mistake. Not calling J-Chack early on with the Ace Queen was a mistake. What else was a mistake? Let's go ahead and make the raise here, I suppose. Happy Mon, what do you think? You gonna make a raise? No, he's just gonna get out of our way. 8-5 takes it down. What else was a mistake? The not pushing Yumius off of his ace high with that Jack 10 was a mistake early on. What else was a mistake? We've made a lot of mistakes. Today we've made a lot of mistakes. We are down to the last two tournaments of the day. Hopefully we can turn it all around. I do feel like we perform a little bit better when we need to perform better. And we need it now, guys. We need it now. 18 out of 54 in this one. Pays 15. $723 up top. That's enough to make it a good weekend. And the other one, we're looking at 47 out of 50. Very bottom of the barrel. 50 players left. 1,359 up top. Pays 9. That's worth picking up. If we win back-to-back, we're looking at a $2,000 day, which isn't so bad. Sniping 75. Let me take a look. So our goal today was to get up to 9,900 follows, and we're very far away from it. 70 follows away from it, to be exact. You guys could help. You know, if you've never clicked on that follow button, if you're not following the stream, you guys can do your part to help us make the goal. One Rambo 1. Good to see in the stream. Says, listen to your wife.
It's about the magic water.
About the magic water.
Magic water.
Oh man, the magic water.
I wish I had a squirt gun and then I could squirt you every time you... That's a good idea.
Mythical Mark, maybe you need a mechanical owl. I need a power animal. My power animal is the penguin. I just need
June is your power animal.
More power animals. Dutch slide. Queen 5 suited will make the fold. Making the fold.
Limp Donk says, what's up, Dutch? Good luck.
Good to see you, Limp Donk.
Donk.
Limp Donk.
Donk.
Good to see you, man.
Donk, donk, donk.
So we have a nice stack in front of us, really. I mean, we're looking down at 50 big blinds. In the other tournament, it's 142.80, and we have 7,500 after losing with our fives against Ace Queen. But it's still a lot of chips in front of us. A big part of poker, guys, a big part of it is looking down at 25 big blind stacks, 40 big blind stacks, and not feeling short just because you had bigger a couple of orbits ago. That's tough. It's a tough trick. It's tough not to feel like you're drowning. You know, it's like you get thrown into the water in the ocean, and you get this shock, and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm screwed," but you're not. If you just relax, get on your back, the body floats. You can last for a while. You're not drowning. You're not drowning. Got to worry about sharks, but you're not drowning. Queen 7 suited will make the fold here under the gun +1. Fahili, just wondering if, out of curiosity, if you only play MTTs. Do you ever play cash games on stream, or do you prefer to play cash live at Dutchwood? Fahili, good question. We've played some cash on the stream before. For the most part, though, I focus on MTTs just because I feel like it's better for the stream. I feel like there's more to talk about in MTTs. I feel like it has a better curve and a better story arc. Whereas cash games, it's really just about game selection and looking for the guys who are making the big mistakes. You know, bum hunting. And I don't know. It just feels like it feels like the multi-table tournament story works better for Twitch, in my opinion. You got a beginning, you got a middle, you got heroes and villains, you got the the story developing, and then you've got an end, a very neat and tied up end, where it's like cash games. It's like, okay, I'm gonna play this cash game because this guy right here is one of the worst on the site. I've been tracking, and he's lost 17,000 in the last 3 weeks. So we're gonna try to get a little bit more out of him today. Oh, he stood up, so we're gonna wait until our big blind and get out of here. Thanks for joining the stream. It's I feel like I also feel like with the raising blind levels and the different inflection points in tournaments, tournaments are a richer game. Tournament strategy goes deeper than cash game strategy. It's kind of like tournament strategy is kind of like cash game strategy plus adjusting blind levels, plus adjusting payout structures. So I don't know. I just feel like I prefer streaming MTTs. I think the competitiveness in me enjoys it more. The highs are higher, the lows are lower. But certainly, if you're trying to make it as a professional poker player, it's a lot easier on the soul just to have a steady upwards graph that the cash games bring to you. Sergeant Pepper making a raise against Rangers 38 open limp. What are we gonna do here? What are we going to do here? You know what I think we're going to do? I think that we're going to just pot it. I think that we're probably ahead. Probably ahead. Wow, we've got another crazy hand going on in this $30 rebuy and add-on. Check that out. Check that out. Where this dude, we raised pre. He made a raise, but not enough to really get us out. And now we just flop this craziness. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the rest of it in and see what happens. Maybe he folds. Maybe he folds. Do we have fold equity here with our queen high? Hit it. Wah, 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 wah. So 3 queens plus a straight and the flush. Gosh, 7 deuce giving me the GG Dutch. It's like he knows. It's like he knows how tilting that is. I'm surprised that he tank called me too with that board. He did have a jack of clubs, right? Yeah, so it's like, okay. Nice little slow roll there at 7 deuce. I know that wasn't your I know that's not what you were trying to do. I do think that anytime you knock someone out of a tournament, you shouldn't say anything. We've said that on the stream before. But GG, 7 deuced, good luck. Take it down, let us live vicariously through you. One last shot, guys. One last shot at tournament greatness. One last shot. 7-5 offsuit. We'll make the fold. Oh yeah, by the way, the ace-queen, we slid right through that. Sergeant Pepper made the fold. What do you think, Michelle?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
We're going to quit poker.
Oh, you should keep on playing.
Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm professionals.
Well, I will be as professional, I guess. Do I have to carry you the whole way?
Yeah. You would have to carry us the whole way. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Anytime we would do
I'm not. I'm not very good at all.
I just Warcraft, she would always be on the top of the team.
Yeah, put June on the stream. Bobby wants to see June. Where's... Oh, she's sleeping. Or she's dead. Are you dead?
Man, you guys. It's been a really bad stream. It's been a really bad stream. It hasn't been good poker. It hasn't been a good stream. We haven't really been talking about much. I feel like today, some days it's just better not even getting out of bed.
Well,
That's
no,
how
I mean, you're not
right
going to have
now.
a good day every day, Dutchie.
Yeah.
But you should never give up.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Never say never.
Never give up. Never surrender. Gosh, it's been a rough day. It's been a real rough day.
What are you playing now? Which
And
one?
7 deuce, man. I know you weren't trying to tilt me. I know you weren't trying to tilt me when you say GG, but when you knock somebody out of a tournament, please don't say anything. You know, if you whether you think it's you know, polite or not, just know that I don't think it's polite.
A lot of people don't think it's polite.
I think that it is a dig.
Well, it makes
I think it's a dig.
Well, yeah,
You know?
I mean.
So, do me a favor. And I know that you weren't trying to be rude, and I know a lot of people wouldn't take it the wrong way. I'm taking it the wrong way. I'm oversensitive. I'm in a downswing today. But next time we face off, and we get it all in, where I'm a slight favorite against you, but you slide through. And yes, I do realize that you were a favorite pre-flop. Okay, I do realize that. So let me finish my point. Just let me finish my point. The point is, the next time that happens, please don't say GG, Dutch. Just say nothing. Just nothing.
Or just sad face. Just joking.
Sad face.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry is worse.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry is so much worse than GG. So we got Happy Mon.
So which one is this that you're playing? Did you get busted out? I'm
We just
lost.
got busted out of the $30 rebuy and add-on.
Oh, but you're still in the late.
Second biggest tournament of the day.
So which one are you in now? Still.
Now we are in the $10 2K guarantee. This is
2K.
going to be the last one for us, guys. This is it. This is it.
Okay, this is it. This is the one.
And yeah, Happy Mon, you're gonna have to show us better than Ace 3 here. And that Queen is probably a good card for us. And indeed it is. Indeed it is.
We're gonna like take over the poker world.
I heard something that just happened. GoLock33 subscribed for 5 months in a row, Dutch. Yay! Fist bump. Your one's coming, Dutch.
Paul DeWald saying the 20 rebuy is coming up. I'm not playing the 20 rebuy. This is it. This is it. This is our last
You don't want to play the
shot.
20
No,
rebuy?
I'm not playing anything else. I'm playing this, and that's it. That's it. If this doesn't go well, I'm giving up the day job, moving to Vegas. If this doesn't go well, we're gonna make some drastic changes in our life.
Which one is he talking about? The
weekend sprint, $20 rebuy and add-on is what he's talking about. Henry 423 making a quick call. Power KC calling behind him. We're going to go ahead and continue with the idea that top pair Queen Kicker is the best hand here. The 6 of clubs is a little bit scary, but I feel like if Henry 423 had a 9, he would have to at least think about raising on the turn. Wouldn't he have to at least think about it? Instead of just like snap calling? I mean, he never thought about folding, so I mean, a 9 isn't like, you know, it makes a little bit of sense. But I just don't think that that's what he's got. I don't think he's got a 9. I think that he's got... I feel like he's got a overcards with a flush draw. I think we're looking at like a Jack Queen or like a an Ace 6 of hearts. Yeah, you're gonna have to show it to us. You're gonna have to show it to us, man. Well, Overcard's got there. Now he's firing out 4,000 into 32,400. 1/8. The ace got there. Jesus. Now what? Head exploding, you guys. Ace 6 just got there. 8-1. 8-9. Yeah, nice hand there, Henry. Nice hand there. Way to leave about $9,146 on the table. What a dumb value bet that was. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? What can I call 4,000 that I'm not going to call off the rest of the stack? I would have called the rest of the stack because I'm going to convince myself that you have something like Queen Jack or King Queen of Hearts. So as long as the heart doesn't hit, you're going to get the rest of the stack with a 9. Yeah, I don't know why I made the call on the turn, but if I'm calling on the turn, I'm calling on the river, Henry. So thank you very much for this equity gift of allowing us to stay in this tournament. Sometimes we are able to take advantage of it. Other times we're just going to call it a day and go to bed. 11,946 now with that's 20 bigs. 8s. Looks okay. Alan Holdsworth says cash game strategy goes deeper than MTTs because of stack sizes, obviously. Take the top 10 cash game players versus the top 10 MTT guys, and whatever list you come up with, what list do you think has better poker players? I would say that the tournament list has better poker players. You take the top 10 tournament players in the world against the top 10 cash game players in the world, and the top 10 tournament players, in my opinion, are better. So that's my opinion there. I think that you are wrong. I think that tournament strategy incorporates cash game strategy. When you start a $10,000 tournament that's like a rebuy or a re-entry tournament and everyone's super deep, you know, you start the main event and you've got 300 big blinds in front of you. How are you going to say that an early stage of a no limit hold'em tournament is that different than the early stage of a cash game? You know, or like not an early stage of a cash game. There are no stages to a cash game. What I'm saying is that tournament strategy, by definition, incorporates cash game strategy into it. So it's like cash game strategy plus. It's like everything about cash game strategy, put it into tournaments as early stage, and then take a look and see. Add some more psychological inflection points. Add some, a little ICM considerations, and tapering and increasing blind levels, and add that kind of stuff, and then you have tournament strategy. So tournament strategy is cash game strategy plus a lot of other stuff. So to say, oh well, cash game strategy goes deeper than tournament strategy, no, it doesn't. Tournament strategy incorporates cash game strategy. Cash game strategy doesn't incorporate tournament strategy. It's not like you can say, okay, well, I'm gonna fire half a pot. It's not like you can say, cash game strategy is a subset. It is included in tournament strategy. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and see a turn card. $6,921 in front of us. Pretty much just done with it. You got it, Happy Mon. You got it, Happy Mon. Gosh, I feel like just, you know what, we're going to take a break. We're taking a break. Okay, guys, we're back. Probably not for long. I feel like at this point, this guy sitting out has a higher chance of winning this tournament than we do. I feel like I'm just done for the day. Just done for the day. So you know what? I'm not gonna melt down on the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down. Finish this tournament up in silence on my own, stewing, and we're calling it a day. Got nowhere as far as the follow goal goes, 98.30. Big thank you to all of our new subs. Big thank you for to all of you guys who have been with us for a while. Just really not feeling it today. I feel so deflated. This is how poker feels right now. It's just like so deflating. All the progress we made yesterday is just gone. Bankroll's right back to where it was at the end of Thursday, and it's just like sometimes you just need a break. That's how I feel right now. I feel like we're looking down now at less. You know, I guess we'll just finish it off here. Try to take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths. Remember 20 big blinds is not a short stack, says Bob Hatter. You're right. You're right. 6 big blinds, though, that's a short stack. 6 big blinds is a short stack. I mean, we're at the point now where we don't even have fold equity. You know, we make a shove right here. We can't expect either one of these guys to fold, which just sucks. And yet they do. And yet they do fold. We go ahead and go from 6 big blinds to 8 big blinds, increasing our stack by like 33% without even having to fade 3 cards. Okay, we'll take it. Lapper 30, man. I disagree. I disagree. I think that, you know, you take you take the top tier tournament players like Phil Ivey, and he's going to do just fine in any cash game you sit him in. You know. Mihung Waylo says, high stakes poker. Anytime tournament players played against cash game players, they lost. Look, high stakes poker is a cash game format. Okay, so let's say this: who do you think is better? Okay, who do you think is better? The top no limit hold'em players in the world, or the top stud players in the world?
We are gonna like take over the.
Let's say that you take the top 5 stud players in the world and you put them up against the top 5 no limit hold'em players in the world, and you have you say, okay, well, let's put them in a stud match, and you're gonna say, oh well, I guess the answer is the top stud players are better. No, you know, that's not how you decide things. You know, and it's just academic anyway. What's the point of even like talking about it? You know. Is Victor Blom, is Isildur? Are you gonna say Isildur is a better poker player than Phil Hellmuth? You're gonna say that Eric Seidel is somehow weaker than Isaac Haxton, or you know Dan Cates is somehow a better poker player than John Jawanda? Okay, you know that's fine. You want to say that? You want to say Doug Polk is so much better of a poker player than Jeffrey Lissandro? Okay, you can. I'm gonna disagree with you, and how will we know? Well, we won't. You know, or you can just take my word for it that all of those assertions are actually false. Yeah. So, but it's just it's stupid to even really argue about. I wouldn't argue about it so passionately either, except I'm already just kind of in a bad mood. B.J. Reynolds, 1980. When things go bad, you show up and you make them better. Thank you very much for being here. 8 big blinds with queen jack off. Sure. 8 big blinds. We'll go ahead and give it a shot. BJ Reynolds, this might be our swan song right here. This might be the last of it. Queen A6 versus queen jack. Wow. Can we hit it? Can we hit it? Nope. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. So, BJ Reynolds, I'm going to go and end the stream. But before I do, I want you to go ahead and check your Twitch message box for this book. I'm going to have Xmas in it. Are you still sitting this out, or are you done?
Already did.
Already did? Yeah. BJ Reynolds, check your Twitch message box. It should be over here. It should be over there. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. I wish that we could have put up some better numbers today instead of just falling flat on our face. We're going to be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the big Sunday tournament. Hopefully we will have shaken some of this tilt off. I definitely feel like today went about as badly as it could have gone. You know, if we could have, like the worst case scenario, playing like 5 tournaments, not even cashing in a single one. And all day today, it felt like running into walls all day. And I don't think it was just because, we got unlucky. I think it was just, flat out playing bad. Not everyone plays good all the time. I'm no exception. Sometimes it all comes together and into a magical point. And other times it just falls apart. Today it fell apart. So I'm going to take some time off, maybe watch Mr. Robot. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate you being here. Really do. And play poker now, saying Dutch, hang in there. You know it can all turn around next time you play. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Poker is pain management. I am definitely used to the pain management part of it. It's hard not to be salty when things go wrong. It's hard to divorce yourself from the results because, but that's what you have to do, and it's still a trick that I'm working on. BJ Reynolds, thanks again for being our latest subscriber. Thank you all for being here. We're going to go and shut down the stream. You guys are awesome. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thanks again.